Okay, people, you probably know the drill by now, but I am your drill sergeant. Me a thrum. And it would be remiss of me not to remind you that the bonus 6 Feet Under episodes are where the party is at. Know what I'm saying. So if you want more of me and the guests and want it all absolutely ad-free, you greedy things, then subscribe on Apple Podcasts or head to wherethere'sawillthere'sawake.com. That is an order. Boom. Oh, hello, I'm Mel Giedroyc, your trusted receptionist here at the Pearly Gates / caretaker. Let's be honest, I've got more keys than Jean-Michel Jarre's home studio. Cue the laughter. I tell you what, God, it's hot in here. God, hello? I said it's hot in here. He's the only one who knows how to work the ruddy thermostat. Wowee. My nether regions are drier than Herb's crotch. And for those of you not watching on YouTube, he's a skeleton. So I am talking mega dry. Now, grr. I seem to be suddenly consumed with rage, but also completely exhausted. Feels almost as if there's a few changes going on with me. Welcome to... There's a wake, there's a wake. And speaking of changes, we've got a new guest today. She's bridging the gap between perimenopausal and postmenopausal, between life and death. It's the brilliant, it's the one, the only, I adore her, Bridget Christie.
Wow, that is amazing.
Beautiful.
Who sung that?
The Rathbones.
That's
the Rathbones.
Beautiful.
The Rathbones, I've never met them, but they're a husband and wife team apparently, and they do all of that multi-harmonising. Incredible.
Oh my God.
I know.
I wish I could sing.
Oh, anyone can sing.
Oh, I can't. I've got mud all over. I thought at most my face would be being filmed. Never in my wildest dreams.
Did you think your ankles would be?
No. I think it's because today I've been in the garden.
Same. Not in yours.
That really concerned me.
Do you know what? I've sustained an injury. Sprayed the shirt. Got blood on the shirt, matey.
Oh God!
Blood on the shirt.
You tripped.
I just went too deep into the bush. I was trying to get a deadhead that was trying to elude me.
Yeah.
To snip it off. Snip off the dead heads, the new will grow.
Yeah.
As we all know. What were you doing in your garden?
I was just walking about.
Watering?
No,
It's very dry.
Okay.
It's very dry.
Okay. Do you think that foxes hate us?
I think they laugh at us.
Well, they're psyching us out because I've got one or many foxes and they poo in a very odd place. So this sounds so old now. I can't believe I'm someone who does this.
No, I'm a gog. I love anything gardening related. I'm invested. Heavy.
Well,
Come on.
It's not technically gardening, but it is.
Yeah.
So, and this is very boring and
it's not.
Well, listen to this.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. I cover my car with a sheet.
Every night?
Yeah.
Like a budgie?
Yeah. Because I've got loads of trees. So if I don't, my car's literally covered in shit and seeds and sticky stuff. So I cover
Resin.
it. But the fox had on the brick that I put on to keep the cover from blowing off. Now that's got to be... So why would you do that?
The fox shagging of an evening is not pleasant, is it?
That is the most terrifying thing I've ever heard.
It's like
it's very bad, isn't it?
But isn't it true that the fox's todger on entry?
It's like an arrow.
And then it's like an umbrella. It goes woof like that, but with arrows, and then like that. So it's awful.
And a pig's is twirly, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like a corks. It's
like its tail. That's a tail.
Hang on, am I thinking of its tail?
We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this after the ad break. Now, before we get before we get into the little pluggeroony.
What are we doing?
Change. I don't know, Bridge, but I'm
podcast.
having a great time.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
Why is there chocolate?
We're gonna have whenever you want chockers and nuts. The go-to pod snacks.
Oh, are they? I thought you were advertising them.
No.
Oh, okay.
We could listen if you want to dip at any point into these little badgers.
Thanks.
Just make the signal.
I can't eat in front of people because my well, have you heard have you heard of
This is going to be problematic. This is going to be problematic.
I'm so sorry.
No, not at all. Why?
It's a thing where you hate the sound of other people eating, and it begins with M.
Is that a polite way of saying to me, don't eat?
No, you can
Will you be
eat,
worried? You
but
don't like the sound of yourself eating?
No, my daughter doesn't like me eating with
Nor does mine.
With
She gets really effed off.
yeah, mine does.
What is that? Is that some developmental thing?
I think there is a
Evolutionary thing? Like saying, go,
no,
mum.
it's a proper condition.
Misophonia.
Yes.
Misophonia.
Yeah.
Misophonia.
So I have to take tiny. If I eat in front of you, I'd have to do it like that.
But I'm not your daughter, Bridge. Don't worry.
Okay.
You eat in any which way you want in front of me. You can spout it all out. You can bloody salivate. You can do whatever you want in front of me. This is liberty.
And so can
Hall.
you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Listen, I'm so sorry
Yeah.
to hear that you've died. It's a great sadness to me. It's a great sadness to all of us. But it's happened.
Yeah.
Now, you're here at the pearly gates, the admin desk,
Yeah.
because we need to find out where you're going to be spending the rest of your days,
Okie dokie.
aka eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, I just need to ask you 3 quickfire questions.
Yes.
Little questions. Well, actually, it's not really questions. You need to give me 3 quickfire reasons as to why you think the gates of heaven should be open to you, Bridget Christie.
Well,
Good.
I would like to know your credentials on judging me. That's what I would do if this was in a real scenario.
I felt arousal when you did that.
Oh, good. Hasn't anyone ever said
No.
that before? Right.
I felt a turnage of the tables in a good way.
Well, I wasn't being confrontational.
No, I know you weren't. It just felt good.
Well, there's a lot of hypocrites out there.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would be the first thing.
Yeah.
I'd say, hello, nice to meet you and everything.
Yeah.
So I would probably try and
What
charm
gives you the
a
right to
little
judge?
bit, but
Okay, yeah.
But in a nice way.
Yeah.
That would be my first port of call.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'd wonder whether this person was like on a shift
Oh, that's good.
or whether they were there the whole time.
Oh, that's good.
Because
Yeah.
if it was a shift, I'd just tire them out, like a shark does.
Yes, that's good.
Break them down. And then the third thing I'd do was I would say, well, what is it like there and who's there?
Yeah. Yeah,
Because I actually might not want to come. You might be lucky to have me in there, to be honest.
True.
Yeah. And if all of that failed and this person was saying, well, God's in there
Yeah.
and he, they might say that, you know, have it.
He.
Well, exactly.
Surely.
Yeah. And I'd be stood there going, oh, well, all right, you know.
Yeah.
Let's listen to this old
Yeah. Geezer
for a bit. Oh, yeah, God's in there. And if Jesus was the Son of God,
Yeah.
which he wasn't, but I wouldn't say that to them if they believed all that. But I think basically I'd find out who they were and what they were at, and then I'd try and bribe them.
That's good.
Bribe them, frighten them.
with
my
charm.
Obvious charm.
Charm.
Yeah.
Charms.
Because I don't know if I'd have any money. Well, like, would we be able to
You can't
bring
take
stuff?
it with you.
Oh, you can't take
Can't take it
I mean,
with
there
you.
is a saying.
You can't take it with you.
Well, but the Vikings did, didn't they? And the Egyptians.
Yeah. Well, the Egyptians didn't burn themselves, did they? But the Vikings did. Didn't the Vikings, you got sent to Valhalla on a boat
Yeah.
and then they flamed it up and then off you went. Beautiful. The Egyptians just lay there, was surrounded with all their jewellery and stuff.
Well, this is what religion is, isn't it?
Yeah.
How am I at the pearly gates then? As a gas or a spirit or
A flame.
Or as a person?
If the afterlife has got every single person that has died that you know in, that's exhausting, isn't it? Like a cocktail party, like small talk.
I mean, it's my worst nightmare because I really like my own space and company. I mean, we're talking about eternity here. So
eternity in a cocktail party. I'm thinking of it as a sort of cocktail party scenario.
Respectfully, the question is, I would say, very presumptuous that everyone will want to get in there.
Yeah.
What have you got to...
What have we got to offer you?
Why should I let you in?
I like that, Bridget.
Unless it's massive and I can have my own bit. So have I got into heaven then or not?
I think
I've managed to grind them down.
I think you've ground them down, which gives you entry into... Anything you wanted to get off your chest before you die? Anything that you kind of think, I didn't quite have the gusto, the guts to do it when I was alive, but since I'm about to meet my maker, let's do it. Let's get it off the chest.
At school,
yeah.
I think I would have been 4. I did fart in class and blamed another boy and he got sent to the headmistress.
So loud.
Yes.
Loud.
Yes. And I can remember everything about it and the guilt that I felt.
I farted in a mock O level. It was awful.
Was it loud?
Really loud. I was sat to one side because I'd had to go to my grandmother's funeral.
What?
So I'd not for that reason. Well, kind of for that reason. Because I'd missed the original mock O level assignment. So I was doing it at another time. So I was sat apart from everyone else. So I had no cover.
Oh God, no cover at all.
And it was maths mock. And I reached for my ruler, which was at the far end of the desk. And I went like that. I did a sudden move. Awful.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, awful.
Did you not know it was coming? Because that's a young age for one to come out without you knowing.
Now I've got no idea. Do you have any idea when you guff these days? I'm doing it all the time, apparently. I don't even notice anymore.
What is it's something like 100 times a day, isn't it, or something?
Is it?
Well, I tell you when I notice it the most is at music gigs.
Oh, right.
Men drop them willy-nilly at music gigs. And it makes me very angry. And my kids know about it as well. So whenever they turn around and go, like that, I know that someone's just dropped one.
So the fart you've done.
Yeah.
The guilt is assuaged.
Great. That would be good.
Yeah. We're going to get back to the nitty gritty.
Yes, please.
You have died. I'm, again, so sorry.
Don't be sorry about it.
But I am, Bridge.
Okay.
I'm super sorry.
Sorry about that.
But what I want to know is the old nibblage. What were you eating before you died? What was the Last Supper?
I wouldn't have planned a big meal because I didn't know that I was dying. So I'm just going to have whatever. So it would have been, I'd have had a cup of lavender tea, which I have at night.
What is lavender tea? Just bits of lavender with boiling water, or is it an actual tea bag?
Yeah,
flavoured.
It's just herbs basically. I've got to watch my caffeine. So at night I always have they call it a sleepy tea. So it's got lavender and chamomile and things like that. And
does it make you want to go to the loo in the middle of the night? I'm always wary of herbal tea before bedtime. It's so annoying.
It's so annoying getting up, isn't it?
Oh, I can't bear it.
No, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Just try not to have too much water late.
Yeah.
But so it's not going to be like a big supper thing.
You wouldn't want like a spread. Okay,
no.
I know if you knew how you were going to die and had a bit of time to plan, would that make you feel differently about what you eat? Or would you just go for the lavender tea? Either's fine.
All right. Well, I'd probably make a tart and have some veggies, but nothing decadent.
Really?
No.
What's on the tart? Goat cheese?
On the tart would be
Onion.
no broccoli.
Cheese?
Yeah, bit of cheese.
Cheese and brock. Lovely combo.
Egg.
It's a quiche. Is it a quiche?
It is, isn't it?
It's a quiche.
Yeah, maybe a broccoli quiche.
It's got some heft.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. I love a quiche.
I haven't had one for years, have you?
No. I'm trying to think of the last one I had. It was probably at a funeral, actually. Honestly. My aunt's funeral, there was a lovely quiche.
Oh, did somebody make it?
I think one of her daughters did. One of my cousins
that's
made
nice
it. Yeah.
that it's made.
Yeah.
Food made by somebody is so special, isn't it?
Do you cook?
I do love cooking, and I always loved the idea of cooking and baking with my own ingredients that I grew, but I did grow some stuff in lockdown, potatoes, carrots, radishes, things like that.
That's pretty good. And did they come up? Were they all right?
No, nothing came up.
Oh, no.
Except a tiny carrot and a grotesque-looking radish that was so vile.
Like massive scrotum.
Like somebody's infected finger.
Oh, no. Oh, a radish with a...
Just not good, not good at all. Really unappetizing.
Now, you've mentioned how things went, but I need a lot more detail, please, on...
The death.
Okay, so...
Have chocolate if you need to.
I'm 75.
Oh, quite young.
Is that quite young?
These days?
Yeah, it is quite young, isn't it?
Do you want to go up a bit?
Can I change the date?
Of course
Okay.
you can.
I'm 100.
100, yeah, come on.
And my bed is in a huge, well, would you call it conservatory? No, it's like a tea room in the Savoy.
Oh.
But it's mine, it's in my house. That's where I live. And it's like a conservatory, so it's all glass and it's filled with plants. But my bed's in there.
I like that a lot.
I've got a huge iron bed. It's immense. You could get 20 people on it. And I've got duvets and silk from the 50s, all beautiful, like...
Eiderdowns.
Yeah, all things like that. And the most incredible nightgowns. And what I always have, and what I've been having for about the past 30 years, so since I was about 70, is a huge, huge, huge heart-shaped box of chocolates. And I have them every night when I go to bed. All to myself.
A whole box?
Yeah. And it's like, do you remember your mum or your granny's old, like powder that she used to... It's shaped like that, and it's got a pad on top of it just like that. And I lift the pad off, and then there's this beautiful heart-shaped box of chocolates. And they're made on old recipes, so recipes from like the 20s and 30s.
So like violet creams.
All things like violet creams.
Rose creams.
Coffee
creams.
Or orange creams.
Are they all soft because you've got
no teeth?
Or have you got dentures? I've
got dentures, yeah.
Have you gone the full McShane?
Yeah. That's basically all I am at that point, is dentures.
Just full bright white clacking dentures.
White clacking dentures. So that I can have my nutty chocolates in bed at night.
Magazines? No. I love being in bed with a magazine. Don't you love being in bed with a magazine?
No.
Anything else? Books? No. You don't want to be reading when you're 100. Sod that.
I'll just be staring at my plants and cats.
And the plants I'm seeing coming in through the iron railings of the bedstead. Am I right?
Well, the only thing that does that is jasmine. Are you liking my bedroom?
I love that. Because you've got a lovely fragrance with the jasmine.
Yeah, and it's like quite delicate, the little flowers.
Yeah. But we can't believe that you've gone.
Please don't be so sad. I'm not at all. I think it's like an adventure, and
really,
I honestly, this sounds so bad, but I've so come to terms with my death.
That's good.
You know, I don't want to be murdered because I'm a control freak, and nothing would annoy me more than someone else deciding
how it's going to be.
Yeah, I'd be like,
done.
If someone comes for me and it looks like I'd be like, do you know what? Fine, but I'll tell you when.
And what to do.
Yeah, how's about that? Don't kill me now.
Yeah.
And then we'll come to some sort of mutual arrangement.
Yeah.
And then let me get everything sorted.
Yeah.
And then I'll meet you at a certain time. And then,
I really like that, actually, because I do worry about what would happen if somebody went for me. Yeah, you know, I do worry a little bit about that. What would I do? How would I disarm? That's good.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
Right, Miss Christie.
Yes.
You've perished. We've established that.
Yeah.
What? I seamlessly go to the technology. You know, there's a jingle coming. What is happening at
The funeral.
Now tell me about the funeral.
The funeral.
Tell me about the funeral. Who, what, when, why? All the W's.
Okay.
Everything.
Right, so I've died.
You've died peacefully in your sleep.
Peacefully in my sleep, having my chocolates and my lavender tea.
Yeah.
I've been cremated.
Yeah.
I don't need anyone there for that, I don't think.
Really?
Not for the cremation bit.
Yeah, okay. Then what happens?
Well, when I tell you what I want to happen, do you want to decide whether I get cremated beforehand?
Yes, please.
Or not?
I love this.
Is that okay?
It's a bit like a quiz.
I'm
I like
indecisive.
it. Good.
Okay. Let's, for argument's sake, say that I have not been cremated.
Okay. Okay.
I have been driven to Stonehenge in a Westphalia Joker. Do you know what they are?
Hang on.
They're those lovely old, they're not like camper vans, but they're like...
like a
camper.
Like a camper. And they've got...
I love them.
Have they got the split screen in the front? No.
They're all different, but there's loads of... People have got them... Loads of people near where I live have got them. They're like 1970s. Orange and brown, a lot of them.
Orange and brown. Classic.
Classic.
So driven in one of those?
Yes.
By whom? Do you mind?
By all of Radiohead. I just thought of that.
All of them up front.
All of them up front.
All of them. Who's at the wheel? Thom or Ed?
Colin's at the wheel. No, Phil. No, Phil.
Who's the
drives
drummer
too
again?
slowly.
Who's the driver?
Philip.
Philip's the driver, isn't he? Philip the driver. I think Phil would be good.
He'd
at the
be
wheel.
a good. Yeah, he wouldn't just drive like a maniac like the others might do.
Yeah. And would they be singing a Radiohead
yeah, and playing
song?
and stuff, having a jam.
I love that. Would Ed be plugged in? Would he have full, full guitar, or would it just be twang-a-lang?
That might be quite loud if they're all plugged into. Yeah, let's say plugged in.
Plugged in.
In a small Westphalia Joker.
So you're like a mobile Radiohead gig. They're older than you, though, Bridget. They're older. They've probably all died.
No, not that much. Oh, I'm 100, aren't I?
Oh, you're 100. But how old are they? How much older are they now than you? I'm going to say they're my age exactly. I think they were born in 68, most of them. Let's hope they're all alive. A couple of them may have gone. Are you happy with just
should
two?
Be there as well. Okay,
Greenwoods?
The remaining members.
The Greenwoods.
Okay.
Yeah, will you have the Greenwoods?
I think we've got to say at this point, it's all of them.
It's all of them.
Yeah. And then they'll just have to, step up.
They drive you to Stonehenge. That's marvellous.
Yeah. Then I want some kind of contraption built like a catapult.
Nice.
So the distance will have to be measured.
Yeah.
So I want all the family and friends inside the stone circle. So some kind of mathematician is going to have to be employed here.
Yeah.
Because I want my body catapulted into the middle.
So the Westphalia, the roof presumably does something like that.
I think I'd have to come out of the van and then be put in a catapult.
Oh, okay. I thought
you want the van chucked in as well?
I thought the van would become the catapult. So the roof goes zzz, then you're revealed, and then you go, and then there's a kind of device that shoots you out of the van. Wouldn't that be fun?
I mean, yes, but it's not my Mine is like there's a big wooden medieval, like when there was a raid on a castle.
Yeah.
Those big wooden catapults.
Sorry, I was going in the
Westphalia
wrong
thing
direction.
is lovely, but I didn't have that in my...
I've taken over, I'm sorry.
No, you're very within, that is a lovely idea. But then the Westphalia would have to have all this, it would be like a James Bond vehicle, wouldn't it?
Bit naff.
And I don't like the idea
of... It's naff. I don't like it either. I'm sorry for suggesting it.
It's like having an ejector seat.
It's 80s Bond, a.k.a. Naffsville. Yeah. And you are not Naffsville.
Wow.
You're not.
They might go, it's not like her to be ejaculated out of a... Ejaculated? That's not the right word, is it?
I'm gonna go with it. Not like her to be ejaculated out of a Westphalia. No, it's the perfect word for a coffin to be ejaculated out of. So you want something big and wooden and medieval?
Yeah, like a massive thing that some antiques dealer in France found.
Lovejoy.
Yes. We'll get it from Ian McShane.
Yeah. Do you think anyone's been moved to say a few words about you? If so, who, I wonder?
Oh, well, someone who's very, very good with words.
Should we have a listen?
Yeah.
We're here to say goodbye to Bridget Christie. Bridget, well, what can I say about her? She really did bring things to any situation. She brought things. I remember when she was on Taskmaster, actually, she... what did she bring? A hat. She had a nice hat. Rest in peace.
Perfect.
I mean... To the point.
I mean...
That was Greg Davis, wasn't it?
It was Greg Davis, yes.
I love the way he said hat.
Hat, yeah, he's got a good accent, hasn't he?
Hat.
I think less is more. And I think, you can say too much at these things.
Yeah. God, yeah. Concise.
I think as simple as possible is the right thing.
Let's get to the nitty-gritty now.
The will and the wake.
It's the celebration of your life.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Well, we are in the Celtic Manor Hotel on the M4.
Okay.
And everyone is dressed in Victorian clothes.
Oh, nice. How far down the M4 is that?
That's just near Newport or Cardiff, I think.
Oh, God. So we're beyond the A303. We're beyond Stonehenge.
We're down there, yeah.
So we've gone further down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Lovely.
Yeah. I'm going to have all sorts of talks. Yeah.
Given by whom?
Well, by all different experts.
About you?
No.
Just about different matters?
I'm going to have an expert talking about RAF pilots.
Oh.
And all sorts of different things in different rooms. So themed things. Loads of food. Everyone has to stay. There's like murder mystery things. Loads of games.
Strong. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loads of games. Mysteries. Take over the whole place.
With the talks, are you going to have handouts? Will there be like so I can take it away and go?
There'll be a big schedule of events.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And exhibits.
Exhibits?
Yeah, exhibits.
Under glass?
No, you'll be able to touch them. There'll be people there with
sensory
old archaeological things and animals and all sorts of things.
Taxidermy.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a lot of people, because you said Victorian, which is a great look, isn't it?
Isn't it? Just everyone looks better with that. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm seeing a lot of people with netting on their face.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Netting, everything.
Yeah.
The guys and the women in all the everything.
The women cinched. And side saddle.
And boiling hot and really uncomfortable.
Anyone on
Can't
horseback?
Eat anything. Everyone on horseback.
Everyone. So we know that everyone's at the Celtic Manor Hotel.
Yes.
They're having a great time. Is it a free bar?
Yes. I couldn't imagine making people pay for their own drinks at my wake. So depressing.
Be really cheap, wouldn't it? Okay, so you've put some money aside.
Oh, yeah.
For that?
You can film yourself, can't you, doing things and then people pay for it?
Oh.
What's it called?
Yeah. OnlyFans.
Oh. Have you...
Is it OnlyFans or is it Cameo?
It's one of them.
Yeah, 100 quid apparently.
100 quid?
100 quid.
To do what?
Christopher Biggins gets 100 quid every time he does one, apparently.
What does he do?
He just goes, whatever you want them to do.
That's not, I wouldn't do it for £100. I mean, I thought it was going to be millions.
Oh, really? I don't know if you can get millions for doing a cameo. I might be wrong. It depends what you do. I don't know.
But maybe I've won something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where all the money's come from.
Yeah. Or The Change has now gone into its 51st series and it's got a lot of merch.
And it's been picked up by Apple.
And it's got a lot of merch. It's got the cloak.
Merch.
It's got the ledger. It's got the bike.
The headdress.
For everything and tiny little things.
Okay. Eels.
You've got a whole roster of
merchandise
that has made you a flipping fortune.
Okay. That's where all my money's come from.
So free bar for Evs.
Definitely.
Any skeletons in the closet? Just going to throw that at you. Anything that you are dying with that is then discovered?
Oh, no.
Skeleton-wise.
Well, I wouldn't want anybody to see my audition for Neighbours. I'd be so upset if that ever got out.
You say that like it's just, you auditioned for Neighbours.
A friend of a friend of a friend or something knew the casting woman who had been on it since the 80s.
Amazing.
Calls me in.
That's brilliant.
And I do this Do you know something? When did I graduated from drama school in 1997, and I haven't got a single job from an audition to today. Not a single one. Have you not?
I don't think so.
What happened?
How many auditions have you done?
Hundreds.
I've only done like 5.
Have you? I got one job and then my bit was tiny and it was cut. So that's the only thing. Everything else has been friends saying, would you do this?
Yeah.
Well, and I've only been in...
And you create your own work, which is the best work of all. You create your own work, self-creator.
Well, that is... I wouldn't have done that if I'd got lots of acting work.
So cut back to whatever year it was. It's Grundy, isn't it, that make Neighbours?
Grundy.
Grundy, you're on the phone.
Grundy.
Bridget, we'd like you to come in and do a little... Did you have to do it in Australia?
It was a letter, and I kept the letter, but I don't know where the letter is. I could only do the voice with a mad character, so I couldn't just talk in an Aussie accent without doing this massive over-the-top sort of
chicken
head in and out sort of business.
Mick Jagger. What was the character?
I think I've blocked a lot of things.
Come
out.
on, what was the character?
I don't know. I want to say that she was a librarian or some kind of quite square character. And I got these round glasses, but I did another incomprehensible thing, which was to slick my hair down.
Why?
I don't know.
With gel?
Yeah, really.
Like really geeky.
Just side parting.
Yeah, and then down.
Slicked it down.
Lovely.
So can you imagine what I looked like?
I think that's absolutely...
With a side parting, slick down hair, little round glasses, some kind of horrible suit that I would have got from a charity shop.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a suit. And I think she was, like I say, maybe a librarian or a researcher or something like that who had come to visit.
Aussie.
The character was Australian. So I would have gone in like that and probably, got the accent a bit wrong and talked in like a bit of a staccato way. It's just, the whole thing's horrific.
It's so strong.
If anyone, I'll do the next bit like that then.
Yeah. Yes, please.
If anybody shared this because they're out there showing like...
You've gone Mary Poppins there for a minute. She's gone a bit Dick Van Dyke.
Like on Instagram, people are showing like the audition tapes of Princess Leia and...
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I would be tempted to give up sometimes, because I think if I get any more successful, the more famous you get, the more things people uncover, isn't it?
That's true. Yeah,
So-
that's true. Best to be under the radar, actually.
I don't know what I'd do. I'd kill. If I wasn't already dead,
You'd kill. You'd
well,
go
there's
and
going to
kill.
be me with slick down hair and round glasses going, with going, hello, ow, Billy's gone and, stalled his car again. Oh, I don't know, whatever it was. And also probably looked quite fearful. So I had like a bit of it must exist, right? Because she
Yeah.
did film it.
Of course it will exist. It'll be in an annal somewhere.
Ideally, she's taped over it.
Yeah, they used to do that, didn't they?
Mm.
Weren't there some really important, I can't remember what it was. They taped
On
over
the BBC.
Yeah, they taped over the royal wedding or something
there's
mad.
loads of stuff,
Yeah,
isn't there?
someone got into trubs. Now, we're going to get back full circle to the matter of what's going to happen to you for the rest of time.
Yeah.
That comes in a minute. Before we do, we would love to know looking, obviously, always at the technology. What are, Bridget Christie, your...
At last, no more chores.
Hang on, you won't have been doing any chores though, because you'll have been lying in your bed for a while with all the staff. So you wouldn't have been doing any chores. I'm sorry to,
Well,
counter.
well, maybe they don't do everything.
Okay.
I think even when you've got people, there's still things, aren't
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. I quite like a chore sometimes. Do you?
Do you? Well, I like doing the washing.
Yes.
I don't really like doing anything else.
Yeah.
And I hate paperwork and
Work sucks, man.
God.
Also, flipping, loading or unloading the dishwasher.
That's what I hate the most.
Do you think we should just get rid of our dishwashers? Actually.
People have 2 dishwashers. They don't put anything away. So they've got, hang on, let me try and make sense of this.
So you've put your load in.
You've put your load in.
It's gone round.
Yeah.
That just stays there, does it? And then you use the other one. But then you've got 2 to unload, haven't you, at the end of the day? Which would be worse. Why do people have 2 dishwashers? Because I'm not.
We've got to make sense of it.
We've got to make sense of this.
Okay, having 2 dishwashers means that while one is going,
Yeah.
you've got the other one
Stand by.
that's clean. Oh, so you don't. You don't have to put anything away because you just get the clean stuff out of.
Oh, I see. That makes total sense.
Yeah, so you don't
So you
have-
cut out the middleman.
Yeah, you don't have any
You cut out the middle cupboard.
cupboards or anything like that.
So they never see the cupboards.
Yeah.
So it's just there or there. Clean, dirty, clean,
Yeah.
dirty. It doesn't require you to ever unload it.
Yeah. You eat.
You take it straight out of the dishwasher. I'm there. I'm seeing that. Is that right?
Hang on. No, but you have to put it into the other one.
Then then it's still dirty though, isn't it? Then you need a third.
Hang on. We've got to make sense of it because people do it.
Yeah.
So
So you take the clean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
don't know. We must work it out.
I'll put it out there. We'll put it out to the amazing community.
Okay.
Okay? Of Where There's a Will listeners slash viewers.
Okay.
They'll come back with something good. Now, bit of admin.
Right.
We heard at the beginning that, well, it was good. You sort of countered the whole idea of, do I want to go in there anyhow?
Yeah.
Which was rock and roll.
Well, no one's come back, have they?
No one's come back.
So I don't know what I'm signing up for.
Exactly. So what I want to put to you is this.
Yes.
Where you actually are going to end up anyway is not down to any of that. It's not down to, was I a good person? Did I do this? Did I say sorry for that? It's all down to this, my friend.
Oh.
We are going to ask you now to...
Spin, 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 spin for your sins.
Bridget, what can I say? This has been tremendous. in so many ways.
I've loved every second.
Always a pleasure. So please, will you spin for your sins?
Yeah.
You get going on the spinach.
Okay. But I don't know what I'm spinning for.
So it's all down to the spin. And to find out where Bridget's soul is going to be residing, you better just trip on over to the Barnacle. I call it I'm going to keep that spinning. To the Barnacle, which is our little side hustle podcast, 6 Feet Under. Bridget's going to be there. I'm going to be there. And we're going to find out what's on this. You're listening to Where There's a Will, There's a Wake with Mel Giedroyc. The senior producer is Charlie Morrell and the producer is Naya Dio, otherwise known as The Goddesses. The engineer is Matthias Torres. Marketing by Janelle Brown. The assistant producer is Rani Prescott. The production coordinator is Eric Ryan. And the executive producer is Ollie Wilson.